All right, VOSD here on your screen. Let me see. Mic check 1 2. Mic check. All right, VOSD here on your screen. Let me see. Mic check 1 2. Mic check. All right, VOSD here on your screen. Let me see.
Love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love.
L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on a de là-bas, où est fao. Go, my baby, like who ever. I let you buy it. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. As I do, c'est tout. C'est tout.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love.
Photo, I want a photo. I will not get you photo. I will not get you photo. Photo, I'm not get photo. I want a photo, let me take a photo, yeah. Smile for me, that place for me. Tell me now who I want to be with. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on a de là-bas, où est fao. Go, my baby, like who ever. I let you buy it. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. As I do, c'est tout.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, 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 like love.
Yeah, savage.
Zona, eba, zona, le pas mon si en play-out. 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 I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Zona, eba, zona.
begin, you think I had to play and failure. We not speaking like me and success can fund. They get me up, they bring me down, but stay advancing. Jala ganga boy, advancing on my haters. I can bounce, Jala love my boy. Shout out to my market, oh my, and shout out to all my yana boy. They say I rude, but at the end of the day, I can pray to Papa God. Who say I finish your turn and say they can't spot? You there is me, my begin, but you won't cry. And I got nothing, my people, I stay on track. The day I pump it, I will know before I post to Mama Jack.
I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Zona, zona, eba. Zona, zona, zona. Zona, zona. Zona, zona. I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. Again, I'm on bounce on you again. I'm on bounce on you.
Oui, c'est ça. Pour la première fois dans le studio, ici là, je m'appelle Théo de Franco. Tiens! I will never hurt you. 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 Mon amour, mon amour, mon amour. Et quand je te vois dans le milieu de la nuit, c'est ton amour que je vois. Et quand je dors, quand je suis chez moi à la maison, je regarde mon portable. Et c'est ton amour que je vois. Baby, je t'aime. Baby, je t'adore. Baby, donne-moi ton amour. Somebody call 911. The girl, she killing me. The way she rocking me go. Oh, baby, I want you so. Somebody call 911. The girl, she killing me. The way she rocking me go. Oh, baby, I want you more. No, 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 no. Makwaya. Tamale, 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 tamale. Baby, can shake with me, tamale. Baby, can rock with me, tamale. Baby, can move with me, tamale. Baby, can dance with me, tamale. Hey, tamale, darling, tamale, tamale, tamale. Hey, tamale, tamale, hey, tamale, tamale. Petit go, t'es vraiment jolie. Somebody call 911. The girl, she killing me, the way she rocking me go. Oh, baby, I want you so. Somebody call 911. The girl, she killing me, the way she rocking me go. Oh, baby, I want you more. Maman vient pas souquer, maman vient pas danser, maman vient pas raccommoder, on va danser, on va souquer. Maman descend, on va souquer. I'm somebody call 911. The girl, she killing me, the way she rocking me go.
Let me change that song, guys. Welcome to Voices SINOE here, Esoteric coming to you from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania. This is United States of America. We have a wonderful show coming your way this evening. Stay with us, so we'll be right back with the commercial. No, that's not a video I want right now. I'll play that video later. That's not a one I want right now. I'll play that video. That's a special video there. But the one I want to play is this one right here. That video that I was playing is the wrong one. Let me play this one. And let's see. Yes, this is what I want for now. Yeah, you know my candidate is in the race now. 2023, Iowa.
On the beat.
Soba, you ready to go? One day. I do Grand Association in America. Aba ide poa then we are ide poa sanyo wete. Oh my no. Antilo inude. Wabe poa. Social media me. Aba ide poa Sula. Aba ide poa. Ide poa dio. Aba ide poa ya yebu na go. Ide poa dio. Aba modiro aba ide ya yedule. You na fere dada aba ide o. Ide poa dio. Una ayo wa aba ide o. Ide poa dio. Aba poa dio. Awo molo blue afe. You na Minnesota aba ide o.
You know what it's saying? We are carrying Ide Poah is our candidate. GGAA, the Graduate Association in the Americas, 2023. About Ide Poah. You know what that means in the original language? It means we are carrying Ide Poah. Okay, so let me play that music. It's the latest song right now for the campaign.
Chris
Kuwiah has stood up. It is about time that Graduate Association, our people in Graduate County, for our children that did not see the classroom, for 4 years to go back to school. It is about time our people that were deprived medical facility to have access to health care again. It is about time that the roles in Graduate, you have somebody as the leader to advocate for the people of Graduate County. So Chris Kuwiah Onyinani, Ide Poah Onyinani, they have stood up to do that which is right.
Social media me. Aba Ide Poah Joseph cry. Aba Ide Poah oh no litali. Oja Ide Poah mare. Kanu. Chanson ya inoke. Sise MDLs. Aba Ide Poah Mose Ide Poah Mose get mama Mose Ide Poah. Bawiti so cry jawana tio. Ide Poah jawa. Bawiti so cry jawa. Bawiti so cry jawa. You want to jawa o. Ide Poah jawa o. Aji ba o la blue number. Ide Poah
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can listen to that song all day, but we got to get the show going here. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you find yourself around the world. Welcome to the Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Dr. Poah-Quiah Esoteric. And we are coming to you from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. You got two ways you can follow the show, right? Where you are right now on Facebook is one place you can follow the show. Another place you can follow the show is on YouTube. All you have to do is put Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora, and you can watch the show from your big screen TV and listen to the melodious voice of the people of SINOE County, the voice of the elders and the ancestors. I'm here again to do justice to my people. I'm a dual citizen, right? I'm from Grand Jude and SINOE County. And so we have SINOE County and Grand Jude today on the docket for discussion. And so I beseech you, wish me, I beg you, share the link with your friends and let it be part of the show. Now, let's get the show on our way here. Usually we come on at 3 p.m., but because we have other engagements today, and that's why we are coming late, but we have an obligation to you, whether late or not. The people say late is better than never, right? And so I'd rather come here late than not to come at all, because I told you that every Monday we're going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, so I want to say thank you. And I know you have been anticipating the voice of the people all day. All right, we are here. Let me get quickly to the basic, what we normally do here on the show, the preliminary, right? I would just want to do a quick shout out to one or two persons, and we'll go into business. I don't like the headphones, so I'll take them. I'll give me a second. Yes, they irritate my ears. Let me do a quick shout out to a couple of people that celebrated their birthdays. Let me do this. I'll bring Manaida Poah down.
This one a free one.
All right, let's do a quick presentation here. Do shout out to people that celebrated a birthday. I want to start with this politician right here, my cousin, Lloyd Toba, aka political demigod. At a mini god, the small god of SINOE County. So I want to start the show with Lloyd Toba. Lloyd celebrated his birthday. And so Lloyd want to say happy birthday to you. Or should I say happy belated birthday to you? We wish you many more happy returns and the best life has to offer. Great young man. He participated 2017, contested in one of the districts in Monrovia County. As a representative candidate, but unfortunately he was relegated. I don't know whether he's going back for 2023. I'm not quite sure, but I want to reach out to the young sedition to see whether he's giving a second shot for Monrovia County. But Lloyd, I want to say happy birthday to you. We wish you many more. All right, so far is Lloyd is the only person I saw that celebrated a birthday. So if you're out there, my friend, and you are celebrating your birthday, we want to say happy birthday. Even if you are not my friend, we want to say happy birthday to you. Let me do a quick commercial here as usual. So let me start with this as well. Just a quick reminder, August the 3rd, 2023, this year, is the biggest annual gathering of the United Sapphire Association in Americas. All right, the annual convention is coming up the weekend of August the 3rd, 2023. It will be held in Minnesota. All right, the host chapter, the leaders, Marie Pine and Renzi Kai. Those are two young leaders that will be hosting all of the 6 chapters of the union. So get ready for 2023. Minnesota is going to be going down. It will be one of the biggest annual gathering. You know how we do it, right? President Myers, she has human magnetic energy, and she attracts people, right? And so when she's having annual program or gathering. This lady, right? She's the national president of the USAA, and she has been working assiduously and diligently. And so when you come to the national convention, she has been working, like I said, and she will be giving a holistic update. I'm also told that it's election year, so she will be. We don't know whether she's going to get the second term on white ballot. We are not quite sure. Yeah, but it'll be, maybe I will contest against her. Resign as secretary for her, and I can beat President Maya for sure. But anyway, jokes aside, please tell your friends. And tell your friends to tell their friends. The annual convention is on the way. USA. Save the date, August the 3rd weekend. Now, the next thing I want to bring out here quickly is the great man, Claru Manen. Claru Manen is a member of our organization as well. His wedding is coming up. It's in that's July the 8th. 2023 in Des Moines, Iowa. In Des Moines, Iowa, that will be the wedding of Claru and Tina. All right, and so you have to save the date. Voice of SINOE will be there with our journalistic paraphernalia to globalize the event and see what the two people are working with. Okay, so save the date and be with us. July the 8th, 2023 is the wedding of the great Claru Manen. Also, I want to remind you, do a quick thing, the last commercial for today, and then we'll go into the major show, major items. We got this, is save the date as well, or reminder. And so the USAA Minnesota chapter, the state of 10,000 Lakes, Marie Pine was elected as president. And so her inaugural ball, the Minnesota chapter inauguration, is scheduled for April the 1st, 2023. You have to save the date. You have to be in Minnesota. April the 1st, 2023 is the inaugural fundraiser of Marie Pine. So you can see on the flyers, save the date. The United Southport Association in Americas Minnesota chapter cordially invites you all to its inaugural ball and fundraiser. Night of Columbus, that's 2421 4th Avenue, that's North Anoka, Minnesota, 55303. All right, so we invite all of you. They got live music will be there, fun and tasty foods and drinks. I mean, it will be fantastic. So we invite all of you. April the 1st. It's not April Fool. No, this is the real one. So April 1st, be in Minnesota, and we will be there as well with the crew to celebrate with the lady. You know her nickname, the leader of the Minnesota chapter, they call her Diamond in the Rock. The diamond in the rock will be coming outside. When the diamond is coming from the rock, it will not be cementing, Liberian man would say. All right, guys, so those are the commercials I have for you. Let's get into the major things today for discussion on the show. We want to start the show on a tragic note. We want to remember one of the founding fathers of the United Southport Association in Americas who has fallen, Honorable Nyenpan Tarpehdoe. Every day we learn new things. Every day. I never knew this great man was such a great man until I started talking to people 1 or 2 days ago. And it gave me a synopsis of how wonderful he was. They said, brother, if we give you full details of who this guy was, I mean, it will be all day or it'll be all night. So I called the brains. I called the people that actually interacted with him, and they gave me some education. And so this is the man. That's Honorable Nyenpan Tarpehdoe, the late husband of our member, our sister, our mother, our sis Priscilla Tarpehdoe. If you are a good person, it can be seen from this the solidarity, the level of people, the quality of people, the quantity of people that show up at your event or during your bad times or during your tragic times. And for at least 2 days now, I have visited the residence of Madame Tarpehdoe, and what I noticed was that this man was a great man, because you have practically all the community leaders. I'm talking about starting from the leadership of the Liberian Association of Pennsylvania, to various Liberian organizations, SADO County, I mean different county, LOFA, and different tribal and ethnic organizations. The leaders, they all gathered. Last night, the house was incapacitated, no space. And so that tells me the involvement of the late Tarpehdoe and his wife. They are very active in the community. Yeah, he was active, and his wife is still active in the community. And that's why it means when you are part of the community, let the people know that you are also around. I mean, you can be somewhere and something happens and nobody knows you. But Mr. Nyenpan Tarpehdoe, based on my observation, he did play his part as a good citizen of Liberia, as a good citizen of SADO County, as a member of the United Southwood Association in Americas. And so this is what I was told. You know, the USAA, every organization has what they call the pioneers, or the founding fathers or mothers. And so after doing my investigation a couple of days ago, I discovered that Mr. Tarpehdoe actually was one of the founding members, or should I say fathers, of the USAA, an organization that I am part of. This organization, if you like, is a legacy. It's a gift that Mr. Doe gave to us, those of us now that are part of the organization. And what was the dream? What was the mission? What was the vision of the organization? The vision that Mr. Tarpehdoe and others, they established for the organization, to be succinct, to summarize, is basically to cater to the needs of the hoi polloi, the poor people back home. And so he was a good man. He did not say, you know, I am fortunate to come to the United States, the land of opportunities. And so I will forget about people that are meandering in poverty in Liberia. He said, I want to do something to make an impact. And so therefore he got together to gather and join other magnanimous and altruistic individuals. And they established what we call the United Southwood Association. It was established basically during the war, during the zenith of the war, when brothers and sisters, and I mean different people, one family murdering each other. The people were going here and there. And so Mr. Tarpehdoe and others say, how can we help those our people back home that are without shelter right now, that are without food, that are without clothes to wear? And so they said, when you look at Maslow's pyramid of human needs, I know you got food, you got shelter. I'm not going by the order, but food is one of the needs. It's not a want, it's a need. And there's a reason why they call it a need. When something is needed, without it, you cannot survive. And so Mr. Tarpehdoe said, you know, we're going to provide something that will keep the people alive. So let's start with food. And that's what they did during the war. They established the USA. And I was told he was on the committee that wrote the Constitution, the supreme law of the organization. So he was a great man. He wrote he is signatory to the first Constitution of the USA. Now, not only USAA, this man participated in. I listened to the president or the vice president of the Liberian Association of Pennsylvania, Mr. Johnson, last night. And he was giving a little bit of the background of this man. He talked about how he's a member of the old timers. He was member of, I think it's POSA, they call it. So he was actively involved. And then I talked to colleagues of his, the great Teahjay and others. And before I got on, that's the last person I spoke with. And he said, that's how you put that, Mr. Tarpehdoe was a great man. He actually did not only participate in NGOs and other social organizations, he was also part of the struggle in Liberia. And he was part of PAL, P-A-L, the Progressive Alliance of Liberia. All right. He was part of that movement that fought for the liberation of the indigenous people in the country when they were suppressed by the oligarchs, the True We Party. He was also in the struggle. His colleagues told me that when he started the struggle in high school, they used to agitate for social justice. And he continued with that at the university. So he played his part. He did not sit back to say, let the oppressors oppress the people. He said, I must do something to make the world a better place, to make my country a better place for people that are coming after me. And so, great man, you are physically gone. We are not going to see you physically, but you are still around because your legacies, I didn't say legacy, I said legacies. There are multiple legacies you left back. And so because of what you left behind, you shall never be forgotten. You'll be remembered as long as humanity exists on planet Earth. You have done your part. Your celebration is not a main event, just people going to your wife and to sympathize with her. You see the crowd, the empire you made. And so on behalf of the executive, Madam Frances Clark Myers, and she's also actively, she related to the family. Priscilla, his cousin, so she has been with the family. But on behalf of the office of the president, the board of directors, headed by Dr. Fallison, we want to say that I will conduct our sympathy to the family. It is tough. It's tough to give you such cliche, right? It's hard. But what can we do? And this is the one of those things that has eluded the genius of man is death. We don't know actually what happens. We know the causes, but when somebody dies, the person cannot be resuscitated or they cannot be revived. And those are questions, and are still, mankind or humanity is investigating. Now, if you are a religious person, you will say, there is life after death. And so when you fall in that category, ultimately, you have hope again that you shall see this great man. Like the thinker Socrates said, when they took him to drink the hemlock, the poison, and his friends were trying to say, I will pay your debt so you can go free and those things. And he said, you know what? I don't know what is on the other hand, on the other side of the world. If there is side, I don't know what is going on over there. And so there are questions that have been asking the wise of the wise. But they have been unable to answer those questions. So let me go to the other side. Perhaps those wise men and women that pass away, maybe I can pose those questions to them too. So if you are like Socrates, it's possible. We can't erase that possibility. That's called philosophical speculation. It's possible. It's a possible word, life after death, even though it's contradictory to say life after death. Death means you no longer exist. But that's it. We want to say our heart goes out to the bereaved family, the children, the wife, and everybody connected to this great man. He did great. I was also told he was a journalist in the online business that we are in right now, the news business. He had command of the language, I'm told. And so he established an online radio. I think it's called Focus on Liberia or something like that, I was told. And so he did a whole lot. Mr. Tarpehdoe, may your soul rest in peace. We are here. The institution called USA that you left for us, we are here to continue that legacy. It shall not pass away. We will not be here for the organization to die. Because doing so, it means that we want to be killing you twice. And we don't want to do that. We maintain what you have established because it is in the interest of humanity. It will help to prolong the longevity of people, poor people, because the organization is building hospitals and giving medication to people. So it's giving life. So, great man, may your soul rest in peace. And we stand on your shoulder. I stand on your shoulder. I been the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors. Greet our ancestors. Greet the elders that went before you. Tell them we are here. We will not allow their holiness, their distinguished names, and to be bastardized. We make sure when one of their sons or daughters, when he or she goes wrong, we want to put them on the right path. Because the Christian holy text is saying, when you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And so I want to make sure, and we love discipline my children. Tell them the truth. Even though they say the truth can hurt, right? Yeah, but I love you. If I don't love you, I will not tell you the truth. So, great man, may your soul rest in peace. Until we meet again, if it is possible. That is a big if. Let's transition to something else. We just want to pay a little tribute to the founding member of USAA. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about here on VOSD, we want to bring you this breaking news. And so because it's a breaking news, I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with the Esoteric, understood by the chosen few, coming to you from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania. So the breaking news that we have received in the factual room of Voice of SINOE, it says USA makes initial contribution of $5,000 to SADO for community hall. USA, the United Cyprus Association in the Americas, makes initial contribution of $5,000 to SADO. And SADO is the Sapo Poah-Quiah Development Organization in Liberia. That our sister organization. And so SADO, the leadership, unknown president, or they call it chairman, unknown chairman Gate in Liberia, George Gate. The vision of George Gate, he said, we have been doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That Einstein, right? And so he wants to break that culture. That culture of going and renting hall and paying all the money into people. For years, we have been making other people rich. And so the chairman of SADO, the Sapo Poah-Quiah Development Organization in Liberia, Mr. George Gate says that for the time he will be in power, if you do not remember anything of him while he was in power. The only thing he wants you to remember is that he will make sure that the organization has a hall of her own. That's the dream of George GGAA. And so he has been doing what he could to generate the needed funds to erect the structure. I understand the land has been acquired. And so the USAA, under the leadership of President Francis Clark Myers, understanding the mission and the vision of the organization, she says that, USAA was established to help our people. So when our people are undertaking something that is meaningful, that is worthwhile, then it behooves us to contribute. And so against that background, the president first she reached out to the board of directors and they had a discussion about it, and she made a proposal, and the board, they honored that. And so against that background, 5,000 was sent to Liberia. Initial, that's when you say initial, that's a first contribution. All right. And so the 5,000 was sent to Liberia to the leadership of George GGAA. The chairman himself received the 5,000. Now, I want to go on quick commercial. I didn't put the video, the presentation video in the studio, so I'll go quick commercial, and I will be right back to play that video. Okay, so stay with me. I'll be right back. Let's play the Edith Poah new song. That song is the bomb. American man would say. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to VOSD here with Esoteric. Let's play the presentation of the $5,000 that was sent to Liberia by the Myers Manor administration as initial contribution to the leadership of SADO in Liberia under the watch of George GGAA. So let me play that real quick. Let's see here. Let me get to the video. Let me get to that video quick. Let me monitor it from the other device here so we can see what's going on here. All right, let me share that video with you. Okay, I will stop this one and share the presentation with you. SADO presentation. This one. All right. All right, yeah, we come with the video here. Let me play this video for us.
This was the initiative required the participation of all. On this note, the Monrovia office communicated to headquarters informing our people in the United States that the Sabo community is about to want to take a major project, and that as an organization of the Sabo people in the United States, we found necessary that they should do something. And following discussion among themselves, they go approve $5,000 United States dollars and authorize the president to go into the treasury and send the money to the Monrovia office for delivery. We do as our organization chair an initial contribution towards the project. And therefore pleased. And I want to pray. What did they do? Come to the yeah, sure. So the chairman of behalf of the Nyenpan Tarpehdoe in America, the Nigeria office is pleased to present to you $5,000 United States as USA initial contribution towards the project and the Sabo community is about to undertake in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so let me say for USAA, we are very much grateful at SADO in that period. We know that they initiated your contribution, the money sent to all will be used for the intended purpose. Like you rightly said, this hall is for meeting, for recreational purposes, for a whole lot of things. And we are so much dependent on them, our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, most especially the USAA, to give a happy hand. We receive it gratefully, and we will use it for the intended purpose. We convey our message of congratulations to Madam President and the Board of Directors for the initiative. We will not sit down. Sit down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going on to deposit the money right away to the account, and we will give you the receipt, the official receipt. Can we get a similar receipt? Or we'll give the official receipt on
This.
All right, guys. So that's the presentation right there of the donation from the USA to SADO in Liberia. 5,000. It's not donate. It's not like pledge. It's a catch. You just saw the chairman counting the $5,000 right there to verify. All right. So we don't do anything shady. USA is everything is transparent, And you heard the chairman, he said, we're going to give you a receipt for your record and all of those things. And so these are things I want to see. Let us follow the people back home when they need help from us. If we can help, let's do that instead of fighting among ourselves. So I want to say congratulations to President Miles and the board of directors and all the members for this huge donation. It's a initial, right? That's initial, the first one. So I'm quite sure more money coming. We got to get our haul as soon as possible. That the money we are putting into it right now, guess what? Once the structure is finished, right? Because you have to build something good. Because people like good things. So when you don't build, like Liberian Mayor would say, jaja things, right? You build something durable, something nice that people will rent. They will come and pay their money, and they'll have the comfort and everything that they need, air conditioning and everything, nice inside. People will want to use. So the money that you are putting in it, you're going to get the money back, and you can do more things for your people. And so that's something sensible. These are things I want to see. Then people talking about nurses' quarters and those things. They don't make sense to me. Do something that will give you something in return to grow your organization. All right. But I want to say thank you to President Myers and all the members. I'm here to give you the pat on the back. If you want to do something good as you are done. Let me see. Hello, Share Lady. I'm on the show. You got a contribution to make?
No. I saw a missed call. I'll call you back.
Okay. All right then. All right, guys. All right, so guys, that's it. Let me go to something else on the show today. I want to say thank you for following. Please share. Make sure and share the show for us. We really highly appreciate that. Let's see here. Ezekiel, thanks for watching the show. I really appreciate you for following Liberia. If you want me to recognize you, you can make a comment, and we'll also recognize you. But I want to say thanks to all of you that are following right now. Let's see. Let's go to Grand Jeddah County here for a second. Let's go to Grand Jeddah County. So see what is going on in Grand Jeddah. But in the meantime, before I go, let me do a quick commercial. I'll be right back to fix something back here.
Hi, Records.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love.
L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. L'argent est fini, ma bébé, là où est fao. Quand on est là-bas, où est fao. Johannesco, ma bébé, là où est fao. Allez, you power. I can never leave you on the highway. You my baby. Asatu, unsesitu.
If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love. Love, love, love like love. If I show you love, you show me love.
All right, guys, welcome back to VOSD. Esoteric coming to you from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. Now, let's talk about a little bit of Grand Jeddah. Before I know, let me finish with SADO County, right? And then we'll end the show in Grand Jeddah County. So let's go to SADO County for a little bit here before I go to Grand Jeddah. But before I go there, I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to VOSD with Esoteric. So the breaking news is from SADO County. Our senator, Senator Milton Teahjay, failed to finish dirt blocks cleaning in 9 years. The senator of SADO County, Milton Teahjay, the loudest man in the Liberian Senate, the man with the biggest vocabulary in the Liberian Senate, the man who has all the invectives in the Liberian Senate, the man who calls himself a political elephant, the man who calls himself political lion and all the animals, who has been in the Liberian Senate for nearly 9 years, who built several mansions for himself in less than 6 months. Senator Milton Teahjay has been building a clinic in Kunwiah for nearly 9 years. And that's something that is concrete. It's not something concrete. We're talking about dirt, blocks, building. The senator of my county, the man who was the superintendent, I'm not astonished though that he did not, up to now, after 9 years, he has not finished the building. Because history tells me that when Senator Milton Teahjay was the superintendent for SADO County, he was given almost $6 million United States dollars to undertake 74 projects in SADO County. And Senator Teahjay ate the money and left the projects undone. So I am not flabbergasted. I'm not surprised that Senator Teahjay did not complete a dirt block 2-bedroom building in 9 years. And I know why he did not finish it. The reason is Mr. Teahjay is struggling for his political survival. And so what he is doing now is to save all the money he has. And so that when he leaves power, he will not be hungry. Or better yet, he does not want to spend the money. And then at the end of the day, the people vote him out. And so the man said, I know already I'm out. And so I have no reason to build concrete building for the people of Kunwiah, the people of SADO County. They don't need decent building or clinic. They need dirt blocks that were good for them. The people that gave Senator Teahjay employment opportunity. We, the people of SADO County, will send Senator Teahjay to the Capitol building to do something for us. But no. Unfortunately, Senator Milton Teahjay, he has done nothing but to engage into corruption and to be on audio and say corruption power, get it, I can't deny. I told Patricia Flomoka I will not give it back to her. And sponsoring rape bills and those things. And so when Senator Teahjay can do all of these things, what do you think this man going to complete when he can abandon 74 projects, including the electrification of the largest city in SADO County, Greenville? When the man can abandon the city, why do you think Senator Teahjay will complete a clinic in SADO County? And so, because he thought that the people will vote for him, and so he said, I'm going to build a clinic in Kunwiah, and so that you can vote for me, but he has seen the light through the tunnel that the people are not going to vote for him. And so Senator Teahjay has been delaying the Kunwiah's clinic project for nearly 9 years. I know that every year they can put one block. I will show you the building I'm talking about. It is pathetic. A man who has extra $30,000 United States dollars in the budget, in addition to the nearly $20,000 he gets a month. I'm not talking about the different perks and different things they have on the side, right? I'm not talking about those things. The small chopping, I know I should try call it small, no. The big chopping they get around on the side that you and myself we don't know of. All the money the man has been, accumulating. Senator Teahjay cannot finish a single clinic, 3-bedroom clinic in Kunwiah, so that at least our people, those of us that are in the NGO business here, we can get some drugs and put it in that place for our people. But no, Senator Teahjay cannot even complete that structure in 9 years. But the man got personal motel and hotel. All right? He got several houses for himself. And we understand why he's doing that. Because when he is taken out of power in 2023, comes October, he will be jobless. And so the houses that real estate, that's a way that Senator Teahjay will survive. He has to put fuel in Patricia from a car that he took. You got to find ways. So those houses he's building, he will put renters in them. And then that's how he's going to survive. And so he said, no, I have no business of completing a clinic in SINOE County after the people gave me 9 years to lead it. And I can't show anything, nothing whatsoever. And so Senator Teahjay right now, I've reliably told, he is trying to get closer to President George Weah, to talk to Honorable Zaza, to, that scene trick they play when Ellen was in power, right? Ellen can say, oh, Zaza, I will make you a minister of finance, get out of the race, don't run, And that's how Joseph Nambe became senator, because he could not be Zaza. So they noticed that they couldn't be Zaza, so they played that politics at the time. It worked. So right now, Senator Teahjay does not have access to George Weah because he wants to get closer to George Weah so he can tell George Weah, what? Promise Zaza that you made minister so that he can get out of the race because the man is about to make me to be unemployed. And that's the trick. That's the information, reliable information coming to Senator Teahjay has been struggling. But then he has called George Weah all sort of names. Sometimes in the labyrinth, because the man is coming up for re-election, right? So, when you listen to Senator Teahjay new strategy right now, he acts as if he is more he is not a sedition right now, right? But he is more sedition than anybody else, the more than George Weah himself. And so anything goes on the floor, whether it makes sense from the president's desk, Senator Teahjay will defend it. So that George Weah will call him and so they can have a conversation and stuff of that nature. But it's not working. The man he has been trying to have us, whereas Mr. Zaza is meeting with the president all the time, giving ideas. When President Weah wants development ideas, he says, Zaza, you go to Rwanda. You'll talk to Paul Kagame there and see what he's doing. And Zaza and the Speaker of the House, they will go there and talk to the leaders of Rwanda. They don't send Teahjay there because Teahjay brings nothing to the table. The political anomaly, as you call that anomaly, it was a political blunder that the people of SINOE County, they perpetrated in 2017. It's 2017 or elected, whatever the years, he's been almost 9 years now. All right. And so the people about the Senator Teahjay has seen the light and he said, you know what? I'm not going to finish the Kunwiah People Project because it will be waste of my money. Because when I leave from here, the people will not have time for me anymore. And so let me show the building to you so you can know what I'm talking about. For 9 years, the man he been building this. And so we send our reporters over there to look at the building. One of our guys on the ground. So they brought the building to us. Let me share with you.
Oh my God. This is the molding clinic most talked about by the current Senator Teahjay, that he has been building in Kunwiah over the past 5 years now. What a wonder. You can't believe your eyes. This is the building that has been announced on the Liberty Radio on ELBC in Monrovia, that is being constructed by the senator of SINOE.
You see, there's regular structure. This I mean, the human beings should not even be going in this. I told you this guy has a radio station on the plow. I told you over and over. He has a radio station inside of which he erroneously named Liberty radio station. Liberty means freedom, right? But no, people are not free to go to Liberty radio station. So as a result, because the guys on that platform, what they do is they preach tribal politics all the time. And so because of that, the people, they call it Radio Kigali. You know, that's what the people use in Rwanda, the radio station to divide the Tutsi and the Hutu, right? So it's the same thing. Milton Teahjay, the guys, he put those young guys on Radio Kigali in Sino County to preach tribal politics. So when they go there, when something is like a dog cannot go in it, they will go there and praise it and say all these nice words. Milton Teahjay will go in the studio in ERBC in Monrovia. Our people don't see this thing, you'll get it because he has sweet mouth, a building a morning clinic or morning hospital. And then when you go see the thing the man is talking about, you want to cry. All right. So this is the trash that Milton Teahjay has been building for, the guy said 5 years. No, the guy has been building it for 9 years. He's almost 9 years in office now. He's up for election. And so this is what Milton Teahjay has been building. This is why you want to fool our people with, so that they can elect him. Look at the thing the man built. Watch it.
County in Kunwiah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's unheard of. It's just, you cannot believe, I cannot believe my eyes. And you cannot see, now you see there are poles, even though poles are not even one of poles. Those are ordinary poles that are holding the roof, and they mounted mud all around.
Look. The man is just putting our people's lives in danger. He doesn't care. Look at what Milton Teahjay, when you go see the main houses, they are concrete. But because our people, he thinks that our people don't deserve better, so the man can just give our people anything. All right? This is what Teahjay been building for. This hazard right here. When the wind blows, that when somebody in it will fall immediately because it's not structurally sound. All right? And these are the kind of people who have these visionary leaders. They call them leaders. Milton Teahjay them being powers in the 90s, and nothing that country can improve because they see our people, the animals, they don't care to improve the lives of the people. So they build these things and they go on radio, or they go see Morning Clinic in Kunwiah. You know, this is what Milton Teahjay is doing, and he can't finish it up.
As you can see, even the foundation is mud bricks.
He did it. Just imagine the foundation of the building is not concrete because he does not. If Milton Teahjay can help Charles Taylor to be the spokesperson for a man who murdered 250,000 innocent people, why do you think the man cares about building a good building? He doesn't care because he wants the structure to collapse on the people while they are in it, so they can reduce the population of the people because they did it in the past. So when Milton Teahjay can do this in the past, why he can't do it right now? So he said, no, I will build any structure, anything, I don't care. Listen, watch why he built for us.
Oh Lord, what a disgrace.
What a disgrace.
Can we continue? Can we continue with this sort of attitude, fooling our people? Because this place is...
That's a fundamental question that the guy asked. We're not going to call the man name, so you can go after him. But are we going to continue with this kind of behavior, this kind of poverty that Teahjay is inflicting on our people? Are we going to continue with that? Are we? If you want to remain in this poverty, if you want Milton Teahjay, the man who says he's your leader, to be treating it like this, treating you like this, 2023, go back and go vote for him so that he can build concrete building. When the man ready to describe his own structure where the player can sleep, he said, my house are built in SINOE. When President Ellen Johnson said he entered that building, her whole glasses were foggy because the AC were all over the place. That's how he described his own buildings where he can sleep. But where our people supposed to get medical care, even he himself when he is sick, where he's supposed to go to get care, Milton Teahjay said, I will do anything. The people, $6 million that are it, I will not use it wisely. Or at our store and abandon 74 projects, I will just do anything. I don't care. I will just take something here and say I'm building a campaign project. Campaign, so I can get re-elected, because the people they are gullible. They can be fooled easily. They are credulous people. And so I will do anything, whether it is good for them or not. I will say, Bill, this is what Teahjay has been doing for almost 9 years as senator. And that's why he's running on. They're already on. Kunwiah, we're building money clinic in Kunwiah. That's why he's in here. So
it's inaccessible. And so you do these kind of things to our people, and then you go on the radio and begin to tell the people of Liberia, the people of SINOE County, that you are building a molding clinic in Kunwiah. Wow. Well, it's good that we are here today.
Yeah, it's good that we are here. Thank you for doing what you are doing. Continue on the good job. We have to do this to make sure that the likes of Teahjay, they have been suppressing our people for years. And we must, I'm saying we must put an end to the poverty that Teahjay has distributed for years. It's time for us to put an end to it. If you think this nonsense, this trash, this hazard that Teahjay is building for you is worth your life, then of course 2023, go there and vote for Teahjay. But you have sent him a strong message, a strong one. And that is why Teahjay has been trying and begging people so they can talk to Zaza to get out of the race. Because he says that Clayton Duncan, once Zaza leaves the race, he will preach American Liberian versus indigenous Liberian politics. And then Clayton Duncan will be defeated. And so the only person he cannot defeat is Zaza. And so he wants President Weah to offer Mr. Zaza his job, or guarantee him like they did on Ellen. And so, oh, Zaza will make you Minister of Finance, get out of the race. And Joseph Nambe became senator. And then he started his tribal politics, writing letters and putting tribes apart, you know. And so this time around, the people say no. Teahjay can go and beg God if he wants, not Jawia. We are resolved to replace the man who does not value our lives, who does not value us, he only values himself. The man who left the capital city, we gave him our development money to electrify the place so all of us, our horses can get electricity, can get air conditioner in them, and the man abandoned them, and the only place that has air conditioner inside of his house, it's time for us to send the man away. It is time to send, the people are saying, not me, and I support the people. The people of SINOE County are saying it is time to put a perpetual punctuation mark before Teahjay, because this notion of celebrating the demise, the death of people. Take, for example, when Nangweslo died, Teahjay celebrated. When Stanley Togba died, he celebrated. When Gift Murray died, he celebrated. When Mobutu Nyenpan died, he celebrated. And so the people of SINOE County, they are saying it is time for us to put an end to this sentence of Teahjay, of celebrating the death of other citizens. The people are saying where Teahjay is from, what they call Tajuwan. There has been, avalanche and plethora of what you call it, ritualistic killings. And Teahjay had not said anything. He has not intervened, and people are dying in where he is from. Ritualistic killings going on, and nothing has been said. And so the people are saying it is time for us to end this. It is time for us to end the disgrace in the Capitol building where the lawmaker of us, the people of SINOE County, the man will be cussing his colleagues out like he's an elementary student, where the man will not make an argument to convince his colleague, he will insult them once they disagree with him. The people of SINOE County 2023, they have resolved to say that Teahjay, enough is enough. You are lied enough to us last year, July 26th. You went to our people in the jungle and you said you are building Milton Teahjay and Bekugbe Highway. And up to now, we can't see anything. The people of SADO County, they are resolved. They are resolved to tell the people and say, Milton Teahjay, the tribal lesson you have been preaching, the crews and the disciples, they have been living together for years, or should I say eons. We are not seeing the kind of tribal lesson in the county before. And it's time for you to go. To go take care of your real estate, the buildings. You use the people of SADO County money and you build houses for yourself. The people of SADO County, they are saying this man was declared guilty for corruption. And now, because of the toothlessness of the law in the land, the man is still a free man. A lawmaker that broke laws of the country. And he is still in the Capitol building and making laws. The people, they are saying it's time. So that clinic is an addition. One of the reasons why the people also, they are saying they are not going to support Milton Teahjay.
See the building, even the roof, the zinc. The zinc is a substandard zinc, 14 gauge, as you can see. And this building has been under construction for the past 5 years. Even at that, 5 years, man. Wow. What a disgrace. But
I mean, and this thing should not even take 1 week to build. This is a chicken hut. So how can you build a chicken hut for 5 years in the first place? Before I'm talking about 9 years. 5 years for chicken hut. That tells you that Milton Teahjay does not care for you. All right? He does not care. He does not care. And that is why he's backing Zaza right now, so that he can get employment opportunity again, but it's over. It is over. He has been begging. He has been doing all the maneuvering. So when you listen to a campaign messages, you know what you can say? Our campaign message and the mantra is vote Zaza and me. Those are things he says. All right? Vote for Zaza and me. You want to listen to himself? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to him.
I don't want to vote for me. Vote for Zaza. And he has made it clear that whoever doesn't want to vote for me, they should vote for me. In this campaign is the council that is in Southern politics. And that council is Mr. Clifford Donkey. And we are determined to see Mr. Donkey as elected that he will never forget and elected that office is last son. It should be so clear in our country for anybody who is known for lying on people, for deceiving people, for betraying people, who does not have any heart, but we are always people back with bad advocacy and benefiting for those people. The title of our campaign is SINOE. What's over in me is Clifford Donkey, because he is the counsel in our politics. So I'm calling on our advisors, my supporters, not to go and attack him Matthew Zaza, because he has not attacked us. He's running a clean campaign, and we intend to also reward him by running a clean campaign. Donkey who is going around attacking us falsely is the one that will put out to also attack him, but rightfully. We congratulate all of you.
So you heard from Teahjay. He said the title of our campaign, vote Zaza and me. He made himself second. He said Zaza and me. So he's second. So basically he's telling you vote for Zaza. My first time in history for a rival, for a politician to tell him, he say, oh, vote for my opponent. It's the first time. All right? It's the first time. But it's a trick. You know why he's doing that? Because the man has been maneuvering. He's been doing everything. Doing all these different shady stuff behind the scene. Trying to get closer to George Weah so that they can repeat what he did at that 2014 or 2015, around then when he was elected, right? The same games. Is Ellen Johnson said he had to stay in power so they can play tricks. And say, vote for Zaza and me. All right? He thinks that George Weah will make an offer to Zaza so that Zaza can get out of the race. And then you start preaching American Liberian versus crew politics in SADO. Because that's why you're not crew but indigenous. That's how you want to do it. Because he said Christian Donkey, number one, he started from SADO County. Executive Duncan is a Basso man, and I think I know his father is Basso, a Miracle Liberian, something like that, you know. And so Teahjay will be digging out everything. They will be fighting 24/7. But Mr. Zasa is saying to end all this fighting, you want to make sure to get out Teahjay democratically. The same way he put Teahjay in jail for insubordination. He said, I will put Teahjay in jail, and I will beat the man at the ballot box. I will show him that I have been in politics. I'm far educated than you. I will prove it to you. And so right now, Teahjay is practically shaking in SINOE County. He cannot finish up a chicken hut that he has been building for the past 9 years. Then when you go on BBC, if you like BBC, you go on BBC Liberia and say, the money clinic in Kunwiah. Now the young people, anytime he says something right now, we're sending our young guy and say, you're going to be, do the video, you're sending to us. So that we can disprove the liar. The guy's a liar. He's a pathological, congenial liar who has been living on lies, who have been subsisting on lies for the longest. When I was like 15, 16, without hearing Teahjay their name. And for all these years, we can't see anything in SINOE County. When a man says he builds something, go see it, you will cry. Especially those of us that live in the West. When Teahjay said, when you see the man town hall, it should be a good hut. That thing doesn't look that any human being should go in there. That's how the guy thinks about the people. He thinks that the people are substandard, the people they are not on his level. All right? So he does not care. When they say, man, pour air conditioner in other people's houses, give them power, the man will eat the money. And because of the toothless and intentional laws that we have, justice system we have in the country, and they have men like this still in the Capitol building, making laws. I would say, what kind of country is this? Where somebody will be declared guilty for corruption and he's still in power? Who remember Anthony Weiner? It's a lawmaker from New York right here. The man sent, I have naked picture, Papa, he was naked and sent a picture to that little high school student or something. That man was taken out of power. His colleagues, the Ethics Committee of the United States Senate or House of Representatives, the next thing, Anthony Weiner resigned. He was forced to resign. But this man, Milton Teahjay, ate our county money. Almost 6 million United States dollars. And Milton Teahjay is still in the Capitol building making laws. My country is sick to have such a man representing me. And that's what this year, we the people, I don't say, that's how you put it. I'm saying, we the people, the citizens of the original county, the 10 original county in the Republic of Liberia, we are going to concern Teahjay in the dungeon of history because he has been a disgrace to us. We don't get anything decent in the news for our lawmaker. That's an embarrassment, huge one. And it reflects on you, the people, because he represents you in the Capitol building. So whatever Teahjay is doing over there, it reflects on you or us. That's how you put it. Me, the spokesperson for the elders and the ancestor. And I am represented by a man who sponsored a bill to make rape the law of the land, where our children have been raped in the country. And Milton Teahjay will be on campaign and defending a sponsored rape bill. I was like, something is wrong somewhere. The people of SINOE County, you got to make that correction. That correction has to be made. You have to say, you know what Dr. Famula said? The African people are their own liberators. And we can break it down. The Liberian people are their own liberators. The citizens of Lofa County are their own liberators. The citizen of SINOE, you are your own liberators. And the word liberator means you are your own freedom fighter. You have to free yourself from this man you put on yourself, the onus, the obligation is upon you to free Teahjay. If you put the man back It means that you love poverty. He loves somebody to sponsor bill for your children to be raped. You love somebody who will go on radio and say, do not get student scholarship. That man will be talking these things. No, the county development funds are not meant to educate children. I will say this man is sick in the head in the 21st century where countries are competing, educating their people, and my senator will be in studio and telling the people, say, the money should not be used to educate people because the children, when they are educated, they don't come back to the county. And so because of that, you deprive them knowledge. And that's the main one. I see people, young people, they are campaigning for Milton Teahjay. And I say, you know what? This is a slave mentality. And that's what they call this guy from the West Indies. Willie Lynch. That's a Willie Lynch philosophy. The making of a slave. They give you all these different things to entangle yourself, to divide yourself. And these are things that Teahjay have been doing for years. And SINOE County, the third original county, the county that is signatory to the Declaration of Independence, is backwards. And the county is rich. You got the ocean that can attract tourists. If you drop anything in the sea, you got big tree coming out the same day. Everything is fertile in SINOE County. But the leaders, the likes of Teahjay, we got Creighton Duncan in district number 1. And what Creighton Duncan is doing right now is bringing companies from out of the country. And they are taking our resources, the logs. And they could not even do the bare minimum for we, the people of SINOE County. Build the roads. Get some decent school for us. Get some nice hospital when the people sick too. Send they can fly out of the country too, so they can go there to remain alive. No, Creighton Duncan said, get the people clean water running in their houses. Get the electricity. You are taking our diamond, gold, and the trees and all the minerals, the bauxite, everything in the soil. But Creighton Duncan, go see the roads in SINOE, in the city square. I'm talking about SINOE County, Greenville. Go see the roads. The trucks, Creighton Duncan carry they're getting stuck in the middle of the road, the mud, because Creighton Duncan got his share. And so he doesn't care. The same thing they did for 133 years. And they just looted the country, carry the resources out of the country. That's what Creighton Duncan has done. He lied to our people and said, oh, I'm bringing 600 people to America, nurses. And October will be election. We can't see one person. Lie to our people. And so the only honorable man we have is Zaza. Because Zaza is the only man when he said, come to my house, to my office, whatever request he made. When Zaza said, come, you go there, he give it to you. If Zaza cannot give it to you, be honest and say, you know what, my son or my daughter, my father, my mother, I don't have it. He will give you something and pay your way. If you go to him and say, I want a roof, I want to build my house, I need zinc. Zaza say, come today or tomorrow. You go there, he give it to you. Let Creighton Duncan promise you. Let Milton Teahjay promise you. Go there and see whether you will see them. They will not see them. They will send a security. They don't even want to see you. That is not the case with Zaza. Zaza told his office staffers, when the people of SINOE County, when they come, whether from SINOE or not, when they come here and you stop them, you'll be fired. These people are the ones that employed me. So when they come, let the people come meet me. If I don't have it, I will tell them. I'm not going to steal. No. Whatever I have, I will share with them. I will put programs in place that will empower the people. I will undertake projects that will empower the people. I'm not going to build town halls and chicken huts. I will make sure that the people of SINOE County have community college, something that Creighton Duncan failed to do after 133 years in power. The children need community college. And so he co-sponsored the bill that gave us SINOE County Community College today. Zaza said, you know, before we even get the community college, what I'm going to do, we need high schools and elementary schools across the county and the country as a whole. And so when you're a minister of education, deputy minister of education for administration, build schools all over the place, teacher training centers and those things to empower the people, because you need good, trained, qualified teachers to go in the classrooms So he said the Weber training center, different training teacher schools they built. And from there, then he started building. Go to Vupadi, go see the modern school he built there. Go see Johnson. God, I mean, Teahjay himself can confirm that. Let me not say it to you. Teahjay will confirm the school that Zaza built. The first high school, Usaa, of Greenville, the capital city of SINOE. Teahjay, tell me.
Representative from constituency number 3 in SINOE, Honorable Zaza. Before Zaza became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Joasa.
Am I hearing those?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
Wow.
This is what we're talking about. Teahjay told you, vote Zaza. He said, the title of our campaign is Vote Zaza. And he's giving you reasons why you should vote Zaza. He built the first high school, public high school, not private school, public. So the people, the old man and the papa and the children can't afford to go to private school. So we need a public school. He did not build a public school first. He said, no, I need trained teachers. So he built the teacher training facility and to send the teachers to train them. And after the teachers were trained, they start building schools. Because a school building without teacher is nothing but geographical decoration. You are decorating the land. That's what you're doing. But Zaza being somebody who is wise. He said, empower the people, the intellectuals, the teachers, the pedagogues first. And then you can build a structure and they will impart knowledge in the children. This is the man we need. Building schools, community college, signing the bill, sponsoring it. I mean, this is the man that when they're talking about auditing, he did an audit in the Capitol building and identified over 500 ghost names and sent it to the speaker. They are not taking action. The man is doing everything to improve the lives of our people. Imagine those ghosts that are on payroll and they're getting free money. That Teahjay is still getting that money. They're not going to a different person. The lawmakers, some of them, they got chopping on the side. And so they black those names. Okay. So 2023, we don't want somebody who is building a mud hut for 9 years and he can't finish. We don't want somebody who is telling us this. Listen to what Teahjay, how he described himself. Listen to him.
This man you send to the Senate, you send a giant, you send a leopard, you send an elephant.
Imagine that. The man you send to the Senate, you send a giant, you send an elephant. Is that what you need in the Capitol building? And that's all I've been telling you guys. This is why we have been having problems. Because we sent an elephant. The elephant is supposed to be in the Sapo National Park. But it's sitting in the Capitol building. The elephant does not have an idea how to make laws. No. And so the elephant is in the Capitol building. We have the elephant, we have the lion that's supposed to be in the zoo. It's in the Capitol building. We have the giant that's supposed to be in the world boxing competition to be knocking in the Capitol building. It's in the wrong place. People are saying, this is not thermodynamic. This is not rocket science. This is not philosophy. This is not epistemology. This is not metaphysics. This is not ontology. Basic common sense, even though they say common sense is not common. But I will break it down to you. You don't need an elephant in the Capitol building. You don't need a lion in the Senate. You don't need a giant in the Senate. You need somebody with ideas, somebody with wisdom, somebody with vision, somebody who loves his people. And that elephant. And that's why you haven't been having problems in SINOE County. Listen to what this guy has been saying. I mean, let me show you the other one. What he's doing in the Senate. And that's why he's fighting his colleagues and calling people names and different. I know the people of SINOE County, you will make the correction. I trust you. You know why I have faith in you? It's because you are elected Zaza twice. If you don't Teahjay for him, Teahjay pour all the people against Zaza. And they were beaten twice. And so now, to use Teahjay himself words, the man has brought himself to the political slaughter hall. And you, the people, the demos, democracy, right? The demos, the people, it's time to teach Teahjay. It's time to democratically decapitate Teahjay. Teaching your lesson. He has been suffocating you for 9 years, or to backtrack, the 6 years when you were superintendent. He has been looting and destroying the future of the children. They have no future. Nah. Teahjay will tell me, say, you could be report. And say, after 6 years as superintendent, after 9 years as senator, I can't show anything, especially in the Senate. I sponsored bills and nothing has passed into law. He himself saying those things. He said all the bills are sponsored, they are gathering dust. That's why he said, he reported to us when he stood in front of my children in SINOE at the Amwenu Intellectual Forum. He stood in front of people. All the bills I have sponsored, they are on the shelf right now, gathering dust. They don't pass into law. You know what he can say? When I sponsored a bill, lobbying is not part of my job responsibility. So I don't have to go lobby with anybody. Is that what you want? Is that the man you want in the Capitol building? Teahjay is not yours. The man who will tell you say corruption power, get it.
No nominee in the entire Republic of Liberia tell you that I have shown my 5 fingers to some of the post father in my head. No, no. They will be so disappointed to come to my point. No, I have a kind of tradition in my office. I was chairman, which I intend to continue. And that tradition is when I confront with people, I tell them the truth. They are the ones who are giving you this job. But without comparing you, you will not believe. Okay. I also have young people behind me that need to work. So by God's grace, if we succeed confirming you, because the head of 1 or 2 needs. When I put them agree, they are confirmed, please take a move for me. Let me be a PR officer in the agency. That's the right number I get it. I get that.
Hey, that's what you get right there. The man gave you a foundation. He gave you a premise. He said, when I was a chairman, he spoke in the past, I was, because of a corruption. They removed him from the committee on autonomous agency. He was the chairman. But because of a corruption, they removed that. Why he said, once I was a chairman, I have a kind of tradition. He said, I have a tradition in my office. Then he had to lay it down to you. The tradition is, when I'm confronting people, I don't vet the people whether they are qualified for the job, whether they have the required education, whether they have the required skills. No, I don't do that. I want to tell the candidate, the nominee, you will guarantee me that you will get some of my stooges to be your PR officer in your agency. That's what I'm doing. I'm not there for people that have the interests of the country. I'm not going to vet the people that the president said no. That's not what I'm there for. I will blackmail you. We are the one giving you a job. So if you don't give me the people that I want, you are not going to. We're not going to confirm you. That's what Teahjay has been doing in the Capitol building, and that's why we are not seeing progress in the country. You got a wrong man, and you're telling me that corruption power. I get it. I can't deny. The man is telling he's breaking on radio. That corruption, he has it. He can't deny it. He's not in jail up to now. Somebody breaking about corruption, and they're still calling him honorable. They're celebrating him. Wow. Listen, look at the man. Look, what a lion doing? A lion, right? The elephant. You see what the elephant do? You watch.
You have put on the floor before? You came here, you got washing your hair? Yeah. I just told you. Yeah, I got it. I got washing my ear for the right reason.
cousins, Teahjay and, you know.
Yes, that's a disgrace of SINOE County. That's the man. Somebody will kind of say, honorable. You're talking to a friend like that, a colleague. You get wax in your ear. When you put elephant in the building, that's what you get. No ideas. And guess what happened that day? SINOE County wasn't represented. They put Milton Teahjay outside the chamber of the Senate. They put him outside for disorderly conduct. Is that what you want? I'm just telling you these things. 2023, October is around the corner. I always say it's totally up to you. If you want to live with this disgrace, if you want to live with this ignominy, this palpable humiliation, it's up to you. If you want to live with corruption, if you want to live with somebody who is telling you all this, listen to what he's saying here. Listen.
So you remember, we are now where we are today because of love. We suffered to come this place. We worked hard to come this place. No jail in the Republic of Liberia I've never gone to. I've been to almost every jail you can imagine. Starting from police cells. The only reason they don't read there yada was because Dr. Amos Sawyer, as interim president of our country, he abandoned, he discarded Bible yada. But I've been to Central Prison, I've been to Post Circuit, I've been to every police cell during the military government, and I am staying.
All right. Teahjay just giving you, the man himself just gave you his resume. Okay? Not me. All I'm doing is to convey the message of Teahjay through him. Teahjay he just gave you a whole resume. What he been doing? He been to all the jails beside Bella Yala. And the only reason he didn't go there is because that Sawyer closed that place down. But all the police he been there for the wrong reason, for the wrong things. Then when he finish, he will tell you what level that the man he going against, that he and Zaza, they are now on the same level. Listen to the man, don't listen to me. I'll just play out. Listen to the man.
Mr. Zaza and I shared workplace at the Ministry of Finance. He was there as Deputy Director of the DGAA. I was there in some clerical position. In 1980, he was just getting his bachelor's degree. Then
he just gave you a synopsis of Mr. Zaza's job experience and his education. He said that he and Zaza they were working at the Ministry of Finance. The man was the director of the BDGA, whatever you call it, right? But then he got his bachelor degree. And you know how he described it? He said, and I was in some clerical position. So in other words, they are not on the same level. He was what we call administrative janitor. He was doing the clerk job. Just as, oh man, tell you type that thing for me. The people, they are not on the same level. He's telling you how qualified Zaza is, how educated the man is. Then when you finish, you know what you tell you. If he didn't tell you, he just told you about Zaza just now, right? Let me call Teahjay again. What you say about himself? Listen to him.
now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel.
Okay? You want to hear that again? Don't hear it for me. I'll play Teahjay again.
Now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel.
He is not an angel. He does not care for the people. He's a devil. I'm telling you this. I tell you saying, now I tell you this. I am not an angel. And so that one man building, buildings that are structurally unsound. He's not an angel. He does not care for the lives of the people. That's why he's telling you. So it's up to you, people of SINOE County. I'm just doing this to free you. At least so you can make the decision for yourself. I'm not telling you vote for Zaza, but I'll just tell you, this man that is coming to you, what he is saying, yeah, you make your own choice. This is what he did to our daughter from Lofa County, Patricia Flomo. The young girl worked hard for money. She worked hard. She didn't steal from anybody. Her sweat, she did her doubles to drive any car she wants. Only when the car got to Liberia, this is why SINOE County Sunday.
Enough. Now let me repeat. I will not give Patricia Flomo any car.
Think about it. Imagine that. Talk to the young lady car and say, I will not give Patricia Flomo any car. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2023 is up to you totally. Again, that's your decision. If you want somebody who will declare guilty for corruption, that's your choice. If you want somebody who his own supporters saying he's a tribalist, he's a sectionalist, he's a gangster, he's an authoritarian, his own supporters saying that. You bleedy wrote this. It's not me. It's up to you. The man who said single district at Boca district. All right? And then turn around and say you want to amend Boca district. All right? Don't take it from me. Let's take it from Teahjay.
Now he went and constructed a district that has no history in the library of the lower house. He went and brought a district that has no history in the library of the Senate. Nobody knows where he came from. He went to the World Trade Center on Keller Street, prepare an act and brought it and called it a district. How can that be possible? Well, you have to ask Zaza. Don't ask me because I didn't bring that act. I didn't create SINOE. But based on consultation with many stakeholders, we decided we accommodated. But then we would ensure Zaza will not go and bring bogus instruments here until he can choke them down in the throats of people.
Okay, so he called it district bogus. And then he turns around, the paper in front of you, he sponsored a bill to amend Boca district. All right, that's the man for you. And after that, he celebrated the demise of Numbers Law. Listen to me, not me.
When Numbers Law, God has already fought the battle for the SADO people. When Numbers Law, God has already fought the battle for the SADO people.
All right, so for Numbers Law, his God has already fought the battle and killed a man. All right, the Numbers Law. He's celebrating. And that's why Creighton Duncan attacked him. Creighton Duncan was angry because Creighton Duncan and Numbers Law, they were buddies. And Teahjay got and said, hey, God killed Numbers Law. So Creighton Duncan got angry. This is what Duncan said.
Who disturbed the peace of our people. He behaves as if to say SINOE County is his. And he's of no relevance. Gone are those days where you just talk big mouth and people follow. Now, politics in the county changing. Nothing he does for our people, nothing at all for the past 8 years. Nothing. Even when he was 5 years of being superintendent, nothing. They're big mouth and speaking crew.
Okay. The Creighton Duncan attacked him like that. The man said nothing. Nothing means zero. Nada. Zilch. Oh. Okay. He did nothing. That's what Creighton Duncan said. All right, so you want to vote for somebody who did nothing? Your lawmaker, the lawmaker for District Number 1 is saying that. And him and Teahjay, they were bodies before. And he's telling you, when you were superintendent for 6 years, he did nothing. And as a senator, he did nothing. It is up to you to go vote for Teahjay. But we're going to do our part here to give you who is right for you. After they finish saying all that thing, Teahjay finished saying about himself, what the people are saying about Zaza. Let's bring Kolo on.
You need to do, or what has he done that you need to add up?
Like I said, where he stopped to pick up from there.
Yeah, what are some of the things you feel that you go add up?
Evidence, right? There are a lot of things that he did.
You care to,
he's still doing.
You care to name some?
Well, first of all, it was Honorable Zaza that elevated the school after my school, because my school is the first high school ever. Then he came here, he elevated the Johnson Central High to a senior high, and he also have a school built in Dubai, and some other things that he did in some part of the district.
And will I leave it because...
So you seen it. So the president Zaza, right? And Kolo is not a supporter of Zaza. He went against Mr. Zaza 2017, and Zaza beat him, and he's saying, praising Zaza, all the good things that Zaza doing. All right?
14. Chief of Office staff in the office of Honorable Representative Matthew G. Zaza. And my function was to serve as a personal liaison to the Honorable Representative's office. But the opportunity I had while I was in the office of Honorable Matthew Zaza was to be contacted, to be contracted, to be asked by the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Speaker J. Ellis Taylor, to participate in the drafting of the budget of the lower house. And I participated. Reverend Simon, who was the chief clerk, and attest to that, I participated in the drafting of the budget. And so,
all right. So another young man is giving a testimony how Zaza impacted his life when he was the CEO and Chief of Office Staff of Zaza. Zaza trained him, and Zaza said, go and participate and see how we prepare the budget. And he gave me a testimony. So, and the young man is not with Zaza anymore, right? He's an enemy of Zaza. He sees Zaza as an enemy, but he can't still say anything negative about him. He's a disciple of Teahjay right now. If he asks Senator Chie, what did he say about Zaza?
calling Honorable Refugee Zaza for saying no to tribalism. So, for saying calling Honorable Refugee Zaza for saying no to tribalism. So, for saying.
All right. So you get the man saying Zaza for saying no to tribalism. Mr. Zaza, Honorable Zaza hates tribalism, that division, that divisive politics that Teahjay been preaching over and over. Mr. Zaza said, no, it has no place. Bring ideas, make your case to the people, give the people you're playing, and not tribalism, you know. All right, let me transition to the last thing that I want to talk about tonight on the show, to call it a night. I want to talk about this right here. The last thing that I want to talk about today on Voice Eternal, the last thing I'll talk about, all right, the failure of Teahjay. We'll talk about that already. This one here, we'll deal with it. We'll talk about the donation of USA, the $5,000. And so let's talk about, let's go to Grand Jeddah County. All right, let's go to Grand Jeddah County and do a little bit of Grand Jeddah politics here. All right, let me bring that. I think I got a video down. Let me bring that down. Let's do a little bit of Grand Jeddah politics, okay? But before we go there, it's a breaking in. I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to VOSD with Esoteric, coming to you from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. All right, so we want to go to the bordering county of SINOE. We are leaving SINOE County right now, and we are going to Grand Jeddah. But what are we going to do? What we want to do is we are not going to stay in Liberia. We're going to take a mental flight to the United States of America. And here we are. And so GGAA, Grand Jeddah Association in the Americas 2023 Independent Elections Commission publishes eligibility requirements for candidates. Okay. You know, every electoral process or every exercise has its own rules, right? The do's and the don'ts. And those rules, they're either written somewhere, either in the Constitution or somewhere as a policy and stuff like that. So the Grand Jeddah Association in America has Constitution, and the Constitution has some requirements. Things that you're supposed to do, things that you have to qualify for in order to vie for the highest office or offices in the organization. And so the Electoral Commission, they put out the guidelines to the candidates. And so far, we want to showcase the candidates, and I'm going to say one or two words about should I say candidates or aspirants? Right now, they are not being qualified. So the aspirants for the Grand Jeddah Association in America's presidential election. All right. So I saw these documents. They were published. So let's start in specific order. So this is Team Poah-Quiah. Okay, this is Team Poah-Quiah. Boti Tayo. He also running. He wants to run. And so when you look at the electoral team, the guidelines or the requirements, the eligibility requirements, the portal. So number one, if you look out here, the first thing you need a letter of intent. So the guys, I assume they all did that. So you need a letter of intent. You have to send your resume, all right, and your education. So according to the Constitution, high school or GED or college or university, you need that, all right. It's according to the Constitution. Then you have to get chapter clearance, okay. That the Constitution, you need chapter clearance. You need over here national clearance, and then background check, photo each candidate, payment receipt, and this thing, right? So over here, if you look at Mr. Tire, so you see Boti Tire, for letter of intent, yes. Resume, yes. Education, yes. He meets the requirement. For chapter clearance, yes. National clearance, yes. Background check, no. Okay. So he hasn't passed the background check yet. Photo for each candidate, yes. Payment receipt, yes. For his vice president, Dow Kamara, yes. For letter of intent. Resume, no. He didn't send it. Okay, so you see all of this. Yes, education. Yes to chapter clearance. Yes to national clearance. No to background. Yeah. Photo, yes, and everything, yes. I mean, the other guys, that's Jalayu, Sandy, yes, for letter of intent. No for resume. Yes for education. Yes for chapter clearance. Yes for national clearance. No for background. And all of that. So everything there he passed. You got the Christiana Coker. Yes for a letter of intent. No for resume. Education, yes. Yes. Okay, everything else is good. By the exception of background check. Okay. So if you look at the Electoral Commission, it put here, note, all items of checklists are constitutional and may be ground for disqualification. Okay. So this thing they put here, they didn't just invent them. They are part of the Constitution. That's why they put in here. So you see commissioners, right? They got here Honorable Amelia Polodine. I can see that name clear, chair lady. I mean, you got the electoral team here listed. You got also the current, the incumbent, right? Mr. James Ubote, the guy here as well. So what do they have for Mr. James Ubote, right? For letter of intent, yes, he passed that one. Resume, no. Education, they said no. Chapter clearance, yes. National clearance, yes. Background, no. Photo, no. Payment, yes. Okay, so for James Ubote, you see here, you got like bunch of no, you got like 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses. And everything at 1, 2, 3, he got all he knows for his vice presidential. Yema, letter of intent, yes. Resume, no. Education, no. Chapter clearance, no. National clearance, no. Background check, no. Photo, no. See, so it looks that this TK is not going to be qualified. I don't know. It's up to the electoral team. But it looked that the ticket has a serious problem. Everything is no beside the letter and of intent and the payment receipt. So if you go to the next person, Thomas, yes, no to the end. Elena Barr, yes, for letter of intent, everything no. Payment, yes. Debbie, yes, everything no. Okay, let's go to the next person. Gilman. Let's go to Gilman. So Gilman team. Gilman Silu. So I just show you here. This is Taya Kamara, right? And the next one is Yuboka, right? That's the incumbent. Now we come to Gilman Silu. So Silu, so here Gilman for letter of intent, yes. Resume, no. Education, yes. Chapter clearance, they say not applicable. Why? All right, that's a question to be answered. Why not applicable? Why government should be excluded from the rules? Why? Why clearance, he does not need chapter clearance. They say you got to live in the state with chapter. And government lives in the state with no chapter. But they say it's not applicable. So the man is not qualified. In other words, that's what they're saying. National clearance, they say yes. Background check, no. So we don't know whether the man has anything shady back there. We don't know. Okay. Photo, yes. Receipt, yes. For the vice president, yes. For letter of intent, resume, no. Education, no education. All right. Chapter, yes. Clearance, national clearance, yes. Background, no. Okay, so we don't know that background. Everything else, yes. Go to Jenkins. Jenkins is the secretary. Yes for letter of intent, no for resume. Yes for education. Yes, yes, yes. No for background. We go to Jota their way. Yes for letter, no for resume, no for education. Everything, yes, yes, no. All right. Not here, yes. Not poor. Yes for letter of intent, no for resume, no for education. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's go to the next one. The meat team here. So you see the team here. This is the Poah-Quiah team. Okay. So for education, let's just say either Poah for letter of intent. Yes. Resume. The team got to send the lady's resume. What a wasting time. That woman she has an excellent, I think she got the best resume among all of them. So they got to send the resume as soon as possible. Yes, we can't waste time. The woman is an administrator already. Nursing department in the United States. She's an administrator, right? She served in different capacities. She was the vice president for Grand General Association. She was right now she is the national coordinator for the U.S. She served in different capacities. Okay, so you got to send a resume in Manapua. That you got to send out the ASAP. So resume, they say no here. For education, no question. No, hold on. They say no education. Come on, how can somebody be nursing director and say no education? So they're waiting for. They got to send this ASAP. Chapter clearance, yes. National clearance, yes. Background check, she clear. All right. The other people there all no, right? Photo, yes. Receipt, yeah. So all we need right now for this team, we need a resume and the education, the paper. You're saying Manapoa's PhD to the people. Let's move from here. This thing there should be no procrastination. But I'm quite sure they put this stuff out before, but that the requirements, so but the people finish doing their groundwork already. Let's see here, Christopher, the vice president. Yes for letter of intent, resume that has not been submitted, education, yes, clearance, yes, national clearance, local chapter clearance, you got those things. A background check, not yet, they're still pending, but he has no bar record. The man runs his own company, he takes care of different things, so we don't have no question in that. Isaac, the secretary, yes. For letter of intent, resume has not been sent yet. Education, yes. Man, a computer scientist. Chapter clearance, you got yes, everything here. Background check, okay. So the team, the Manapoa's team is in good shape. All right, no issue. Education, they are all educated. No issue here. Manapoa is not illiterate, so that no, it doesn't apply to her. All right. So everything is yes. The team is in good shape. All right, and this is the team based on all the variables that we are looking at. This is the winning team of the Grand General Association. Everywhere we go, they talk about either Poah and Chris Quiah. All right, they don't talk about Boto Tire. They don't talk about this man Boti Tire. They don't talk about Jenny Boti, the incumbent. The man I was listening to him the other day. Financial reports, all the things. I mean, like Prince was pressing the man, almost you were crying on the phone. I was like, what? The man, I put my own money. You talking about financial report? You're talking about your own money? Is that your private money you're talking about? Financial report is all he was. And next time we'll look at it too. We'll dig into that financial document. Mr. Jane Yibote cannot even properly account for the money. All right, you putting your own money inside. You say, oh, my own money inside too. You know. All right, so this is the best thing. All right, Mr. Gilman, and are pretty young people, right? They're nice looking, but it's not. We're not going for beauty contest yet. We're talking about leadership, So the young people, when we're having beauty pageant, we can call our beautiful sister Jefferson Slew to go. I mean, Josephine Slew, so she can do the modeling for us, Mr. Gilman, when we talk about real estate, the man you can give a real estate education. We're talking about leadership here. We're not talking about people that do business. You listen to Gilman, you say, the people of Grand Jide, they need a Scrabble boy, and I send Scrabble boy. I send loan, I'm doing business with the people. Loan, I have free money. I get in loans. I said, what? The man doing loans are businessmen at Trump. So, we want rich people in Grand Jide, but right now we need leaders. So Gilman can continue to do his loan business. Josephine, beauty pageant, we can call her. She's a beautiful lady. She can go do the modeling for us. But we need people with ideas. Mana Ide Poah, she's gorgeous, not only physically, but intellectually, she has the ideas. She's a leader. She knows how to lead. And that's what we need right now. A leadership guy in America like this. There are people that can bluff. There are people that can dress. People with ideas, with vision for the country. And so that what Mana Poah brings to the table. Okay? Yeah, we don't want real estate people. They know that people that can do. We're not talking about who can smile the most, right? We're not looking for people that can smile. We're looking for people that will give us, results that will change our county. Granted, That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about. Let me play what Mr. Jane Yibote said about Mana Ide Poah, right? Let me play a quick video here so you can listen to what Mr. Jane Yibote, the incumbent, what he said about Mana Ide Poah. That the man talking, put Mr. Jane Yibote picture here so you can listen to him. What he said about Mana Ide Poah.
Of course, you heard earlier Mr. Yao calling the name of Mana Ide Poah. Ide Poah was our contender. She didn't win, but when Ide came to compete, she did something that I've never done before. Ide actually gave us $1,000 to get started with our project. I had not seen that before. Thank you so much, Mana Ide Poah. And before I forget, that evening, when the result will be announced live on Facebook.
Listen.
And of course, you heard earlier Mr. Yao calling the name of Mana Ide Poah. Ide Poah was our contender. She didn't win, but when Ide came to compete, she did something that I've never done before. Ide actually gave us $1,000 to get started with our project. I had not seen that before. Thank you so much, Mana Ide Poah. And before I forget.
All right, so that's what people are saying about Ide Poah. As time goes by, we'll give you more evidence. We're talking about the incumbent right now. The man Ide Poah went against, he didn't want to press in the woman. Is it my first time to see for somebody to win election, your opposition give you money and say, oh, you have some money here to start your administration. You don't have money anyway, so you have small money and put it in scholarship. And go ask Mr. Jane Yibote. How many years now? 4 or 5 years? You see what any other children get scholarship in Grand Jide on his watch. And that is why we want to replace Mr. Jane Yibote with Mana Ide Poah, the woman who did not win election, but she is giving money to the person that defeated her to give scholarship to our children. And Mr. Jane Yibote failed. And after 4 years, Mr. Jane Yibote is still building statue in Grand Jide. He can't finish. For 4 years, the man been building one statue. Now, why you want to put there again? No, the people is clear already. We don't want Mr. Jane Yibote. They gave me that sympathy vote. And because of the COVID, they both gave me additional 2 years. And the man says, I won't be president. I won't finish that statue, sir. If you can't finish statue in 4 years, how many years will give you to build one statue while children are not in school? When no clean drinking water in Grand Jide, when we need electricity, when we need healthcare. I mean, all those different things we need. And the man said, that one statue I want. Statue is the only thing that matters to me. It can improve people's life. He said statue can improve people's life. That's what Jane Potter said. So I will complete the statue by all means. That the only thing I can think of all the things. The man couldn't get a scholarship in the name of the late President Samuel Doe and say that the statue I want. Meanwhile, President Doe was pro-education. And either Poah said, oh man, just start with $1,000. Pull it in the scholarship fund. Give us. No, the man can do is say, I will build statue. And what Jane Bote, he coming by again with statue, rhetoric. I want build statue. I started the statue, I want finish it. But you deplete your account and the statue cannot finish. And we should put you back? Come on, people are glad to declare already. That's why everybody talking about Ide Poah, including Mr. James Boating himself. Mr. James Boating himself. Everybody talking and he's telling me, John.
You heard earlier Mr. Yao calling the name of Ide Poah. Ide Poah was our contender. She didn't win when Ide came to concede. She did something that I've never done before. Ide actually gave us $1,000 to get started with our project. I had not seen that before. Thank you so much, Ide Poah. And before I forget, that evening, when the result will be announced live on Facebook. And of course, you heard earlier Mr. Yao calling the name of Ide Poah. Ide Poah was our contender. She didn't win when Ide came to concede. She did something that I've never done before. Ide actually gave us $1,000 to get started with our project. I have not seen that before. Thank you so much, Ide Poah.
All right, so this is what we're talking about. The woman is she is magnanimous in defeat. Imagine. All right. She get a man, so get a man hug and say, I'm not only giving you free hug, I'll give you some money. And Mr. Jane Bote, everybody acknowledging Madam Ide Poah, including Mr. Jane Bote, who is running against Madam Ide Poah. You know, so I've seen Zaza and Teahjay scenario playing out here. Teahjay campaigning for Zaza to remove him from power. And then Jane Bote also campaigning for Ide Poah to remove him. You see? So, I mean, it will be an easy thing for us in Grand Iowa. The election are coming very easy. Easy victory for Madam Ide Poah. All right. Now, let me play the last video for the Poah-Quiah team, right? So you can see it's a nice video to give you a perspective of what these great leaders are bringing to Grand County. So you can get a little background of these great leaders. But before I bring that, we have to listen to Ide Poah Simon. What are people saying about Ide Poah? What the musicians are saying about Ide Poah? Let's listen to once more. Then we can go into what the video says.
AK on the beat.
GGAA, Nigeria Association in America. About Ide Poah, then we'll find Ide Poah, Sanyoete. Oh, my no. Until you know, Wabe Poah, social media man. About Ide Poah, Sula. About Ide Poah, Ide Poah, Aba Ide Poah, you do not go. Ide Poah, Aba money, Aba Ide, you do it. You don't feel it, Aba Ide, Ide Poah, Una Iowa, Aba Ide, Ide Poah, our mother blew off. You don't Minnesota, Aba Ide, when they keep talking. them Baba Ide. You never wash them Baba Ide. Oh, praise we are young. Oh, Teahjay. Tell us you can you know.
All right, so we are carrying Ide Poah. That's what the people are saying. All the people in Grand Jude or in Philadelphia, in Iowa, in the various states across the United States, we are carrying Ide Poah. Okay, so let's play this quick video to preview the Poah teams. Not. I mean, I know she went with T first, but it's Poah-Quiah team. Okay, let's play this quick video right here, so you can see what she has, what the team got for us. All right, let me bring that. It's a nice video that you must see. This is awesome. An awesome video here to give you a preview of the leadership that is coming. Grand Jude County Association in the Americas.
Good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, depending on your geographical location. My name is Christopher Nene Quiah, commonly known as DJ Chris the Best. I am a vice presidential aspirant for Grand Jude Association in the Americas 2023 national elections. And I'm on a ticket with Madam Ide Poah. Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Very good.
And I'm happy to have you on board.
Thank you.
Well, this is Madam Ide Poah. I hail from Grand Jude County, Liberia, West Africa. I'm going into Grand Jude election that is slated to be held 2023 in Des Moines, Iowa. As your presidential candidate right now, I'm currently serving as an aspirant. And I look forward to working with everyone and for us to take our union to the next level.
Our primary focus here is peace, unity, and transparency for our union. If you see today some of the reasons that we are facing in our various communities on the international level or on the national level, most of the problems are transparency issue and peace. But now, if you see our Grand Jude community is fragile because of peace and unity. And one thing that we can guarantee you that on our platform that we will execute the first time that is important is peace, is reuniting our people, reuniting the broken pieces and making Grand Jude County one on the map. Madam Poah, what have you to say about that?
Well, I agree with you because there is nothing much you can do without unity. And this is why we have the POT team. And our slogan is peace, unity, and transparency. It is very important for us to unite.
Right.
But if I may ask, what brought you on the ticket? Like, what really connected you to be part of this team?
Thank you very much. That's a great question. You know, if you are, you live in a community and you see a person and you observe a person that have a very decent character and they have a very good characteristics, and those are things that actually encourage that person to actually accept to run with the individual. I accepted to run with Madam Poah because I served once as a coordinator in the state of Iowa during the 2019 national elections in Minnesota.
Yes.
And based on that, you know, the level of leadership that you have exhibited at that time encouraged me to accept to be on this ticket because you stand for peace, unity, and transparency is more paramount for our community.
Yes, and the reason when I look at everyone in the team, when we, vetted other people, we decided to take you because you have the character, you have the passion, which is very important because it's the passion. We can give you everything. We can tell you, so look, you have money, you have everything to work with. But if you don't have the heart, the mindset is what we cannot give you, that heart, that golden heart to lead. And that's where I think you scored the most. And we decided to take you as a, running mate to me, and the team decided for you to go as the vice president for our team. But going back to our platform, we decided to have few things, like he said, the peace, unity, transparency, and we want to rebuild the stakeholders' hope and confidence. People are very discouraged when it comes to getting back on board to be able to be member of this organization. We got to convince them.
Right.
In addition, we talk about the road network. From Monrovia to Grangita, if the road is paved, it's 4 hours, 30 minutes.
Right.
We are not going to be able to build a road to say but we're going to be able to love it. We're going to respectfully talk to the government of Liberia to find a reason why that road needs to be paved. It can be business as usual every time you go to Liberia, or you got to go before the rain season start. It is not a good thing. People got to stock food because the road condition. And why if these people do not have money?
Right. And that is true, and those are some of the things that we previously discussed and accepted, to embed into our platform, because we know that we can advocate for our people, and we can advocate for the road network in Grangita County. You have already elaborated on that. There's no reason why I have to visit that. But sometimes people sit and say, oh, the people in Grangita County, refusing to have crops and and all this stuff, to take them to Monrovia. But hey, again, how can you have our people have crops to take it to Monrovia? And leaving from Grangita to go to Monrovia, you spend about 1 week on the road. By the time they get to Monrovia, all the crops will be damaged, and that's one thing that we're strongly taking into consideration to lobby for that particular road project for our people in Grangita County. We are going to tell you, we're not going to just tell you now we're going to build a road, but we'll lobby with the national government, and we'll make sure we lobby internationally in the Americas as well to make sure that we put that first for our people in Grangita County. Our people are really suffering. This is why when you go to Grangita County, a bag of water is $20. A bag of water, a little bag of water is $20 because of the road conditions. So if they go through all these and then they see conditions like this, they see the road condition, they charge you a lot of money to take the goods down there. And now when the goods get over there, guess what? The price is double. The price is double or triple because they got to make it very high because they spend a lot of money, a lot of days, a lot of time on the road to get down there. So when they get down there, yes, obviously they will make it very expensive. They will jack the price up on everything.
See, this is serious. We gotta invest in our roads. We got a lot of bad roads along the Grangita. Yeah. This is Grangita Highway.
This is Grangita Highway.
And this is Peloton, one of the reeds. Please, I'm begging you, if you are watching, share the video. Let it go viral. We got a whole lot of cars on the road stuck. People might not celebrate Christmas in Grangita because they cannot get to the family because of a very bad road. Please, let's invest in our road. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is Grangita Highway. This too is Liberia. This is strictly for me. Let me show my face so you will see. I'm giving you this live from Grangita Highway, Peloton, on the reed. I am an entrepreneur, like a very self. And apart from that, I own a media institution. And not just that, but I am also a celebrity in the Liberian entertainment industry. And with the contact that I have with all the celebrities that I know around, I believe that I can lobby and also be able to help to bring everybody on board, because unity is very important and that'll move our institution forward. Madam Poah.
And what he just said is not just the people out there. It takes a village to raise a child. But in order for people to come on board, we encourage the Grangitans to actually be the front runner of this thing for us to be able to unite and provide the needed services for our people. In as much we have the contact, we have the Vice President Kennedy. He's on board. He's when it comes to connecting, he's very big on that. And he believes strongly that in order for us to be able to succeed, we have to network. And that's why I think we are very strong when it comes to him being on this team as well. But the Grangita is very important for us to work together.
And again, our plea here to every Grangitian out there: without you, Madam Poah and I, we cannot do this. And we need your support. We need your votes. Even if you have any qualms with Madam Poah, that includes myself, I want us to put that aside and look at Grangita County on the bigger map. And all we can do, we are here to serve you, and we will serve you to the best of our ability. And we need your support. We want you to come out on the 6th and the 7th in Des Moines, Iowa, to support the Poah Poah-Quiah team to the national elections and elect us. We will do everything we can do to seat our county on the international scene again, and peace will be restored.
One of the most important things is for you to hire the most qualified candidate. And there is no doubt you're going to look at their records, the level of experience, if we can get the job done. I'm sure by now Nigerians know our ability to lead. And we can get things done if only you give us that opportunity by trying to vote for us, create the number that will lead us to victory. And when that is done, you will have the peace and transparency and accountability you are looking for. We will be able to lobby for your role. We will be able to create a great education system, great road network. We will be able to have safe drinking water, education system, plus more, and especially our agriculture system. For example, people are next to Africa is next door to us. They can feed themselves. Why can't we Grenadians be known as people who can produce at least one item of food, like for example, rice or plenty? We can do that. So we are looking forward to one of the things for us to do is to be able to put more work into our agriculture system. In addition to that, we also want to build a GGAA center in America. You have the Greek Center, they have Jewish Center, they have Catholic Halls. We should be able to have our own GGAA center, and that hall can be used for us to be able to raise income for our people and do more in Liberia. And there are people here too that also have needs. We can also be able to work with people here as well and be able to look at so many things we can do. Kids are in trouble. We can also connect and be able to help single parents. We can work together. That's why unity is all about, where people can feel free to express that problems to us and we'll be able to handle those conditions.
In addition to that, I want you all to know out there, if you are a supporter of the current leadership, we guarantee you that everything that leadership is continuity, and we will tell you that anything that is left on the desk of the national president will also be executed by this team. And I guarantee you that.
And that is a very important point you just strike.
Right.
You know how people come on and then they be like, I'm going to start my own project. You do not have a project of your own. Great GGAA Association, for example, this national convention that is coming out that's going to bring us into a position of authority. We're going to use whatever amount we have to be able, after the transitional report, President Yubute tells us what he has left, we're going to be able to use whatever amount to try to implement projects and finish all his projects, which is going to be our priority number one. And of course, we're not going to leave unfinished projects and then start another thing. So those are things that we're going to do, like again, the road networking system, safe drinking water, education, healthcare.
Thank you very much. And thank you for actually telling them how that will be executed. And again, in addition to that, I'll tell you for sure that we are the qualified team. And we tell you out there that we are here to work for bringing the association and the county as well. And we'll also be willing to also work with our county leadership to make sure that our county is prioritized in Liberia as well. Because if you're from your county, you have to be the one to set the precedents to make sure that the upcoming leadership, the youth, and the next leadership after that follow your legacy, your track record. And again, in addition to that, I want you, if you are a Grenadian in all 21 chapters in America, please see reason to vote for the Poah-Quiah 2023 national election.
And in fact, it's not all 21 chapters. We have like this 50 states in the United States. If you are living in an area where there is no chapter, you can register through the national administration and earn your membership, or you can go through the leadership, the current leadership. Any individual can help you. You can even call our team and we can lead you to the right path to become a member in order for you to participate in the electoral process. And not only participating, but to be an active member, and where we can work together to have all hands on deck for us to be able to provide the needed services for our people.
Right. And again, thank you so much. On behalf of the Poah-Quiah team, we say thank you. Thank you for taking your time to watch this.
Great GGAA Association in America. In a Poah-Quiah.
right, guys. I think that's a beautiful way to end the show for the night. I mean, I think you can see the Poah-Quiah team. They have a clear roadmap. They have a clear agenda. How they're going to lead a plan. You know, any leader that does not have a plan, or anybody for that matter, as an individual, you need a daily plan, the way you want to, what you want to do for a day, in the next hour, and stuff like that. And so the people have given you 2 years for granted, right? They give you a 2 year vision. They summarize that. They call it POT. All right, peace, unity, transparency. In order that they have subtitles and sub bullet points to talk about health. Maybe I call that HATE, HATE. So it's healthcare, agriculture. You can put the technology. I mean, if it falls on education as well, you know, HATE. So the team is good. They have brilliant ideas. They are not dismissing some of the projects that the incumbent is still grappling with. You know, they're saying the people are granted the resources are still into the projects that Mr. James Bote is grappling with. And so when they get to power, they are now saying, oh, because we're the leaders now, so we're going to abandon the people money because they have money in those projects. So by abandoning those projects, it means that you are wasting the people resources. And so they said they are not going to do that. They're going to make sure the projects are completed, and they got their own things that they want to do. They talk about the roads, and they show you images of the road. They show you videos, right? That you can see how the road in Granjula looks. I think that's the case across the country. And so they are not telling you they're going to build the roads, but they're going to engage the national leaders, and even in the U.S. They are already based in the U.S. They're going to engage CEOs and people that have companies and see what they can do to intervene, you know, work with their county leaders, the senators and the lawmakers, and see how we can get the roads. The roads of Grand Jada have been like that, or the roads across the country, they have been like that for a long, long time. You know, education is very important. You can't overemphasize that. U.S. is doing great because they have more educated people. China is doing great because she has more educated people. Germany is doing great because you have more educated people. So when you have educated people and you have good leadership, then you are on the good track. So Grand Jada Association, like other Liberian organizations, they want to do stuff for Liberia, you know, because again, as I always say on this platform, if Grand Jada is doing better, Liberia is doing better. If Lo-Fi is doing better, Liberia is doing better. If Nima is doing better, Liberia is doing better. If SINOE is doing better, unfortunately, SINOE is not doing better because my senator is corrupt and all of that dividing the people. You know, so we have that what we need to get rid of leaders that are not working for the people. Obviously, we tested Mr. James Bote for 4 years or more, and he's still fighting over statute. We can't put our people's lives on hold like that for statute. We can't prioritize statute over education, healthcare, sanitation, and those different things that our people need. All right, so the Poah-Quiah, what I can say, either the Poah-Quiah team is the team. It's the best team for you. All right, the other guys, Mr. Botitayo been around forever. We can be playing into history. You know, we are not coming to antagonize our opponents. We are just going to tell you that we have a better team. The Poah-Quiah, no, I can't say Poah-Quiah. The Poah-Quiah team is the best team, right? And so that's it. That's the team that people are granted that they need. This team right here, you know, it's the best team. You can't go with Mr. James Bote, who is fighting for over statute for nearly 6 years. You can finish your statute and you listen to the financial report, you want to cry. You know, you depleted the account already, and the statute has not finished. You know, has not been Mr. Tayo. I don't know. The other young man and his beautiful young lady. All right. Like I already said, we want beauty pageant, we want people to do real estate, we can call Gilman. The two of them here. If we want somebody to go represent Grand Jada at the beauty pageant, we can call Josephine Slew. She can go there and represent. Oh, that's good. Mr. Jane Octavius Gilman. I mean, he's business savvy. He can give our people loan and charge interest. Okay. I mean, he can remain in your business sector, but we need leadership right now. You know, we don't need somebody who will give us, I mean, oh, I send Scrabble bowl, you know, those things. That's not what our people need right now. You know, just like Scrabble is intellectual, but that's not what we need right now. We need people in the different STEM subjects, for example. We need engineers, we need scientists, we need technologists and different people. You know, those are things that IECOM brings to bear. And that's why she started. I mean, Mr. James Bote told us already, you know, when he came to power, IECOM was the first person to give money, and so that he can get money. I listen to him small before I leave.
When the result will be announced live on Facebook. And of course, you heard earlier Mr. Yao calling the name of Madam IECOM. IECOM was our contender. She didn't win, but when Ida came to concede, she did something that I've never done before. Ida actually gave us $1,000 to get started with our project. I had not seen that before. Thank you so much, Madam.
All right, so that's how we're ending the show for today. I want to say thank you so much for following VOSD. We'll see you next Monday at 3 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks to all of you that follow us. I really do appreciate you. We don't take you for granted.